Hola amigos y amigas! In today's episode, we are going to learn what words to use to describe something or someone, like a person, an item such as your phone, or an experience such as an event or a concert. That's what we're going to do today. So let's get cracking! Welcome again. You're listening to the English Made Simple show. This is episode number 183, number 183, número 183. Welcome amigos y amigas. My name is Milena from EnglishMadeSimple.net, EnglishMadeSimple.net. I trust you've been well and I hope you have enjoyed the last episode, number 182. I hope you have enjoyed that chat with Eduardo in the last episode. I forgot to mention that Eduardo is a long-time listener of the show. And when I announced that I was looking for survivors of IELTS, he felt compelled to reach out to me. He was very happy to share his story, and I would like to bring him on again so he can share more about his life in Australia. I think that would be an interesting story. And I hope you guys really enjoy that story from Eduardo. So, having said this, I have a question for you. Do you want to be next? Would you like to be next? Would you like to participate in the podcast? Would you like to share your story with the listeners? If so, then please contact me and we will make it happen. Okay? Cool. Okay, and now let's move on with the show. I don't know how many of you guys have lived overseas, have experienced living overseas. Perhaps you were an international student before, studying overseas, or you might have had to travel for work overseas and had to live there for a year or so. The whole process of moving is exhilarating, okay? It's daunting. If you've done it before, you know what I'm saying. It can be really stressful to move to another country. Even moving from one city to another can be stressful. Now imagine moving countries, even worse. So I'd like to hear your story. Have you moved overseas to live in an English-speaking country like Australia or New Zealand or Canada or somewhere similar? I'd like to hear from you guys because I'd like to share your story. I'd like to share your experience of moving to another country with the listeners of the EMS show. I think that will help somebody who is planning to move to another country. Your story will be helpful to those. But anyway, that's for next time. Today, we are going to continue talking about IELTS because this month is all about the IELTS exam or English exams, okay? Today's episode will be relevant to you if you need to sit the IELTS exam soon, maybe. Today's episode will also be relevant to you even if you're not going to sit the IELTS exam. So yes, it's relevant to everybody. All right, why? Okay, why am I doing this episode? Well, because we are going to talk about how to describe certain things, situations, how to describe people, experiences, or things, okay? Let me refer to the IELTS exam. Like, in the speaking part of the IELTS exam, you're often asked to describe something. I've looked at previous questions, IELTS questions, and I have found there is a pattern of what they ask you. And I have found an easy way for you to prepare for answering this question, and I'm very happy to share it with you in today's episode. So today's episode is going to be about describing people, experiences, or things. When I say things, I mean items, like your phone, for example. How would you describe your phone? Well, we're gonna find out soon. But let's start with people. This one should be easy, right? How can you describe somebody? Listen up, amigos y amigas. Let's play a little game, okay? Whoever is listening now, I want you to listen very, very carefully. I want you to stop what you're doing and listen carefully. I will give you 15 seconds to answer the following question, okay? You have 15 seconds, so stop doing what you're doing for 15 seconds, okay? I want you to think in English, all right? So here's what we're gonna do. I'd like to begin by asking you to describe your best friend in 3 words. So I don't know your friend, we never met, but I'd like you to describe your friend to me in 3 words. Can you do this in 15 seconds? Try it. Try it now. Can you describe your friend in 3 words? Think of some descriptive words for your friend. Okay, I'm not gonna wait for 15 seconds. I'm a bit impatient, all right? So let's see. Were you able to come up with some words to describe your best friend? Were you able to come up with 3 adjectives to describe your friend? Or do you need more than 15 seconds to come up with an answer? The reason I'm asking you to think of some words in 15 seconds, in a limited time frame, is because when you answer these types of questions for IELTS, the time is limited. They give you only 2 minutes to answer that speaking part of the exam, the part 2 of the exam. So that's why I'm only giving you 15 seconds just to come up with 3 words, all right? Good. Now, I will pretend that everyone is participating in this game, all right? I will pretend that you who is driving right now is thinking of some words to describe your friend, or maybe you're sitting in a public transport, in a bus maybe, I don't know, and you're trying to think of some words to describe your friend. So I'm going to pretend that you're participating in my game, all right? Cool. All right, so now, can you provide some examples of why you think of your friend in that way? Let's imagine you said that your friend is, I don't know, an honest person, a helpful person, and also he or she is a funny person, okay? First of all, if you did think of these 3 words, well done, by the way, bravo, okay? Well done. These are good words to know to describe a friend, okay? So I said an honest, helpful person and a funny person, okay? So that was kind of easy. Let's try something more difficult. Let's try this. Can you now describe your favorite actor? Your favorite actor or an actress? Can you think of 3 words to describe your favorite actor or an actress? Okay, an actress is a female actor. I will give you 15 seconds again to think of 3 words to describe your favorite actor or an actress. I lied, okay? I'm giving you 5 seconds. I know it's not fair, but it's my game, so it's my rules. And I'm only giving you 5 seconds to think of 3 words to describe your favorite actor. And 5 seconds is up, okay? All right, maybe now it's getting a bit tricky. Maybe this question is getting a bit difficult now for you. Because when was the last time you had to describe an actor or an actress? How many words could you really think of to describe an actor or an actress? Even in your language, could you describe an actor in your language? It is a tricky question. It's kind of like a, well, it's an unexpected question. So for these types of questions, you better be prepared, okay? And that's what we are doing today. We're trying to prepare for the unexpected questions. Let's say your favorite actor is Bruce Willis from that action movie called Die Hard. The movie from the 90s. So you have 15 seconds to describe an actor. Now, what do you do in 15 seconds? Bruce Willis. He's handsome. He's cute. He's a strong person. Okay, so these are some words that you could probably think of on the spot. If you're caught on the spot and you haven't prepared. But these words are not that compelling, okay? They're not compelling words to describe an actor. You can still say that the actor is handsome, Bruce Willis, he's handsome, he's good looking. By the way, when we say handsome, the letter D in this word is silent. Yes, there is a letter D, okay? It's silent. So we pronounce handsome. And by the way, you cannot say handsome for a girl. You can only use the word handsome for a guy. Don't forget that, okay? So Bruce Willis is handsome and Shakira is not handsome. Don't forget that. All right, hope that makes sense. Now, if you had a bit of practice in how to answer these types of questions, let's imagine we live in a perfect world and you were able to practice and prepare to answer these types of questions. Perhaps you could come up with a better answer, like, something more impressive. What could you say? Let's see. You can say that Bruce Willis is handsome, talented, and funny. He has starred in comedies before, so we can assume he's a funny guy who has a good sense of humor. Okay, so I can say he's a funny guy. Now, what if I had asked you to describe your favorite actor in your own language? How many words could you say to describe a person, okay, anybody in your own language? There is a reason why I'm asking you this question. I want to share one tip that I use with my students on how to prepare for IELTS and how to go about answering these types of questions. So remember, in the IELTS exam, you will be asked to describe a family member, a famous person, an actor, an entertainer, a professor, a teacher, or any of those things. So you have to be able to describe a person. What I want you to do when preparing for that part of the IELTS exam, the speaking part 2 of the exam, is to take a sheet of paper or a piece of paper. We don't actually say just take paper. We have to say take a sheet of paper or a piece of paper. Okay, so take one piece of paper and have 4 columns. Okay, just put a line, 4 columns through that piece of paper, and title them. Each column title as, for example, a person, a place, a thing, or an item, or an experience. Now, I want you to write 4 words that will help you describe a person, that will help you describe a place, like a city or a country. Some words to help you describe an item, such as your phone, for example. How would you describe your mobile phone? And how would you describe an experience? Now, this is a little exercise for you to do at home. This exercise will help you increase your vocabulary. That's the whole purpose of this exercise. First, try to do it in your own language. Write down some adjectives, some descriptive words in your own language. How would you describe an actor? How would you describe an experience? A concert, for example. You went to a concert. How would you describe that experience? Write that down in your own language and then try to do it in English. Perhaps you could try translating those words in English. Maybe it's easier. That was my tip on how to tackle the second part of the speaking component of IELTS, okay? So you do have to do some work. You do have to take a piece of paper and do some brain exercises, think of some words. But I'm only asking you to think of 4 words in each category because I think you can use those 4 words. You can easily memorize those words. And when the test comes, you'll be well prepared, okay? You'll have a better vocabulary to describe somebody or something. So as I said, this will help you memorize those words so you don't get lost for words or you don't get stuck halfway through the question. I have a list of adjectives that I give to my students to help them describe famous people, cities, places, phones, and events, okay? So I already have something prepared that I give to my students. But now I want you to do it by yourself, at home, when you get home, all right? Cool, I trust you will do this. And before we end today's episode, I am going to share 3 words you can use to describe your phone, your iPhone, for example, and 3 words that you can use to describe an experience. Let's see, for your phone, you can say your iPhone is compact and small, and it can easily fit into your pocket, and it is also a sophisticated device. It is a smartphone. I bet you couldn't think of that one. Great. And another thing you could add is to say your phone is giftable. My phone is giftable. Okay, it's not my phone is not giftable. You have to buy a phone and give it to somebody. Okay. So I said the word giftable. According to Weon Inteligente or the online dictionary, giftable means it is suitable to give as a gift. Cool, you can describe a phone as a giftable item. And lastly, how do you describe an experience in 3 words? Some words that come to mind are amazing, unforgettable, memorable. Can you describe a concert that you've been to? Can you describe that experience to somebody in 3 words? Think about some words to describe the concert that you went to. Okay, so these 3 words that I gave you is just an example, all right? There are a lot more words to describe an experience, but we won't have time to do that in today's episode. I don't want to overwhelm you, and I still want you to do homework, okay? I just gave you homework. You just have to come up with some words by yourself. Cool. And I'm still looking to chat with people who have done IELTS in the past and would like to share their experiences with the EMS community. I really want you to share your experiences because I think your story will help others who are about to sit the exam. So if you have done IELTS in the past or any English exam, really, contact me and we can get in touch and book some time and have a chat. Cool bananas! Also, as of 21st of May, I have space for 4 more students if you need help with IELTS, especially with writing and speaking. Then all you have to do is just book time with me. So go to englishmadesimple.net/contact to get in touch with me. I'd love to help you with your IELTS, okay? Cool. Amigos y amigas, thanks for joining me in today's episode. Don't forget to download the free guide that will help you call Australia your home. If you're planning to move to Australia to live or come here for work, then this guide is for you. Simply visit englishmadesimple.net/guide. GUIDE. Awesome. Thanks again for listening. You've been an amazing audience and you've been jamming with Milena from English Made Simple. Until next time, hasta la próxima.